The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hey guys, so please confirm audio video fine now. Okay, seems there was some technical issue in the audio, but nothing to worry. Without completing our today's agenda, we will not close the session. So I was telling you that in the recap we have seen two types of buttons in Salesforce. Now we are going to see the third one. What is the third one? Please note that actually called as the list button. But this is not that much famous. But sometimes they ask in the exam for 1 mark. That's why we are going to talk about this. Now, why that is not famous? Because see, the third button will demand you to do JavaScript coding along with button, or in simple words, a button with JavaScript coding. Salesforce is not allowing this for the security point of view. That's why it's not used now in Salesforce project. But anyways, it was very famous in the past, but now not famous. Please note, in the classic, there was no such kind of security issue detected by Salesforce. That's why they never stopped this facility. They always allowed this facility, but now they are going to stop this in Lightning. So let's see how we can work on this, so that at least you'll get idea how this kind of buttons are created for that 1 mark examination point of view. Let's proceed. So I'm going to log into Salesforce, and let me tell you what we can do in this. The approach is same. The way we created other buttons, same way we are going to create this button also. Means click on the, once you go to the Salesforce, click on the dice.com. After that, we are going to click on this dice tab, then click on edit object. On the left hand side, button links and actions. After that, you can see new button or link for that second option, that is here. After that, let's proceed further. Now here I will give a name, list view button, and description, your wish. Obviously you are going to select third option, list button. If you want to select multiple records, at that time this checkbox is used, otherwise not used. What is the meaning of multiple record or that kind of scenario? You will come to know about this in future. Right now leave it. When you learn topic called as relationship, behavior, what you want button should behave. Now this time we are going to see this JavaScript scenario. And you can see as soon as I select this, it's saying you cannot use this. It is abandoned by Salesforce. In abandoned in, please note, Lightning, not in Classic. And we are going to see this in Classic. We are going to see this scenario in Classic. That is the reason we are going to see in Classic. Next, after that, let me here select on-click JavaScript, and that's it. Now here we need to do coding in JavaScript. But please note, this is not a development session, this is not a coding activity. Then what we'll do? Then also we are going to write a code, but a very simple one-line code, that's it. So that you'll get an experience at how we write the code in JavaScript. For example, like this. What is this line? This is just a one-line code in JavaScript where if you write alert and then start bracket, give quotation mark, and in that instead of xxx, you write whatever you want, right? Hello, how are you, good morning, whatever. That will be shown as a message in JavaScript. So this is one example of JavaScript coding. This is sufficient for us because we are not here learning JavaScript coding. We are actually here testing how this button works. That's it. So instead of this XXX, I will write something like, uh, let's say we will mention that welcome to JavaScript button like this. Okay. So let's use this code. And by the way, don't forget to give semicolon at the end as per the rule of JavaScript programming. Click on check syntax. You can see it saying there is no error. Okay. Click on quick save, or you can click on save also. Let's click on save because we need to move to the next step. Now, as soon as you complete this Salesforce JavaScript, this list view button, remember by default it will not appear to the customer. The way we have seen in the case of previous two buttons, we have to take some extra steps. Then only it's going to be available. What is that extra step? Okay, in the previous two buttons, we did something on page layout. We drag and drop that buttons on the page layout. What about in this scenario? Yeah, here we have something different. First of all, you have to go to your fields and details, and then here details, and then click on edit, and you have to enable something on your object. First of all, you have to enable something. So please note, you need to go to the bottom, and this option you need to select and click on save. As soon as you do this, then in the left hand side, you will see this. As soon as you enable, this will be coming in the picture. Otherwise, it's not going to come. Click on that. Right hand side arrow and edit. Go to the bottom and it's saying that Shekhar, you have all these available buttons, list view buttons. Which one you want to select? Shift to the right hand side. So let me do it. Click, shift, save. That's it. Everything is ready. But do you think we can see this output in Classic? No. Sorry, Lightning? No. We can see this output in Classic. So go to the Classic. Then only it's possible. Go to the Classic, click on plus symbol, and then here try to click on or find the dice object, and then you will see something like this. Open. Here you can see something like this. Now by default you will not see the buttons. You have to press on the go button. So click on go buttons, and now you can see your custom view button. The third type of button is in front of you. It's ready. So now what it will do, as soon as you are going to press on this, whatever JavaScript coding you have done, that will work. That's it. Look at this. Welcome to JavaScript button. Like a message. So you write one line or you write 1000 lines of code. It's up to you. By the way, we have used and we used to enter hundreds of lines of codes in the past. Now, as I told you, it's not widely used. So nothing to worry. So this is one benefit of this JavaScript button list view. There is one more benefit. What is that? Okay, see, there is a concept of relationship in Salesforce where when you connect table 1 to table 2, When you connect table 1 to table 2, at that time, this scenario comes into the picture. But don't worry, what is the relationship? Very soon you are going to learn that also. But let me give an example which is already present in Salesforce, already existing scenario. See, I'll do one thing. I'll go to any by default object, let's say this account. This is already present in Salesforce by default, nothing we have done. Open any record. Now see, here, this is the data on your screen. It is related to account object. This data is about account object. Okay, but you can see this data is coming from some related tables, related objects. So here you can see these buttons. This is also possible by list view. The second benefit of list view buttons. But anyways, you don't have knowledge about relationship that you will see after few days. So nothing to worry. So just understand this is the second benefit. This way also we can create the buttons in list view and that's it. Next. After that, one more thing. Please note that after today's session, you do one thing. You will be given some work for the weekend time utilization and your skill development. So what you guys do is work on this object creation, this field creation, and these three requirements. And also I will give you some reference information like about the implementation. Look at this. By using this way, you can implement this. But anyways, instead of depending me and doing spoon feeding approach, you search and do your own R&D. How Wikipedia works, the way you did in the last session, like that, how Gmail works, how Google Maps work, and in that, if any kind of things like view equal to CM, TF equal to 0, which has no connection to Salesforce, comes into the picture, then don't waste your time on those things which is not related to us. It's related to Gmail, Google's area of work. Along with that, also you do that one line JavaScript activity the way we have done today. Also remember while doing assignment, also remember that while you're doing assignment, one important thing, as I told you already, neglect the things like view equal to CM and all, which is having no connection to Salesforce. Keep your Gmail logged in on the same browser for doing that Gmail testing. So what should happen as soon as you press on the button, your Gmail should open automatically in the compose mode, and plus whatever email address you are mentioning, that should go into to area of Gmail. And in the third task, there is a new format. There is a new format by Google of Google Map. So this should be the URL followed for Google Map searching, where let's say you want to search and enter a city, state and country, then enter in this way. This way it should work. Okay. So remember the small changes. And please note that one more thing, this question used to be very popular in the past. Now it's not that much famous. What's that question? They used to ask in the past that if we have JavaScript buttons, list view buttons used in the classic experience, and now project is moving to lightning experience, or Salesforce not supporting JavaScript button, then what will happen? This used to be a very famous question because this used to be a very critical problem for so many projects in Salesforce industry in the past, because they suddenly got a shock that now Salesforce is not going to support JavaScript button, what to do, how to manage. And that's why they used to ask these kind of questions in the interview. Anyways, now it's not that famous. So please note that because of security reasons, JavaScript was stopped in Lightning. So instead of that, we started using alternate solution. Like instead of JavaScript button, we could use link or link button, the way we saw Wikipedia link, or Google that we have seen the normal button, that is we have seen actually in the example of background verification, where actually we proceeded with some detail page button. Let's say where we entered the Prime Minister of India name, we search, right, that one. So that's also famous. This is also famous. So this also you can tell. Next, apart from that, please note that we also use Lightning quick actions. Please note there is a concept called as Lightning quick action that you will come to know shortly. That also we are used as an alternate option. And also we have done coding like either Lightning coding or Visual Force page coding in the past, and by which we have solved that issue. These are the alternate options which we can use, but not the JavaScript button, the list view button, not allowed. So as we discuss about Lightning quick action, let us see what is that. Please note, in simple words, it's just nothing but like custom button. But this became very famous in the past as soon as Salesforce said, no more JavaScript button. Yeah, but you can use Lightning quick action. So let me give an example that how this is similar like any other button by taking reference of previous project of IntelLogic. In the past, we have done some work by using this button. Let me show you some approach. So let me first of all go to dice, then click on this and click on edit object, and then fifth option button link and actions. In that this time don't click on this, go for new action. Then you have to now mention action type. What kind of action you would like to do? You want to create a record, send email, you want to log a call, custom visual for so many options are there. Okay, let's say I will go for the famous one. Let's say maybe call a flow, something like that. Anything you can select, but we'll select the famous one. As an admin, mostly you will do this work, calling a flows. What is flow? That also very soon you are going to learn, don't worry. You can select any flow from this, whatever you have or whatever you will create in future. You want to give any standard name for the button like escalate, quick, email, like that? No. Then what name you would like to give? So you can write your own name. Let's say call flow, something like that. This is for internal purpose. Let it be. Description, anything your wish, and click on save, and that's it. So this way you can create a quick action in Salesforce. As usual, please don't forget to go in page layout, because just by creating these buttons, nothing will happen. You need to have something on page layout. So let me do it. In the left hand side, click on page layout, click on that option. After that, here is an interesting scenario. Now pay attention. What is that interesting scenario? See, in this page layout, you will see one area called as Salesforce Mobile uh, and lightning experience action. This one. Okay. And here you select mobile and lightning action and search our entity that we have created called, uh, look at this. So this we need to drag and drop in this area, but directly it will not allow. You need one more extra step. What is that? First of all, press on this and allow to override predefined action. Whatever predefined actions are there, on top of that, I want to add my own action. This is the simple meaning. Click on that. And then you drag call a flow and drop in this blue color area, and that's it. Now this will be also included. Click on save and see what's going to happen. Go to this home, refresh, open any record by selecting this recently viewed list. And look at this at the bottom, call a flow. That's it. And then some flow will work. That you don't worry. That you don't worry. You are going to create lots of flows in upcoming days. Nothing to worry. Next. After that, let me tell you one more point. There is one more small point which you should learn that may come for the exam or for 1 mark or 2 marks. It's useful for office work of customer. It's not useful for me. It's not useful for you also. It's for our customer. Please note, people call this as activities in Salesforce project or task, or in some interviews, events or tasks, or sometimes event tasks or calendar. All these are related to each other. You just keep in your mind before going for any interview or job. These are used names, various names. But to make it simple, Salesforce call this collectively as activities. And why it is called as activities? Because it improves the work quality of customer. That's the activity. That's why it's called as activities. Please note one more thing. Now, that's why instead of all this discussion, you can simply assume it as a name activities. But why it is famous? What our customers can do by these options? See, customers can do two things. Two things. One, they can set up a meeting. They can set up a meeting among themselves, and in fact, I will say they can do the similar work like Google Meeting kind of thing. Anyways, you will see this shortly. They can give a task to a junior person. That's it. So these kind of things they can do. Set up a meeting and give a task to junior. That's it. Or colleague. Please note. Let me tell you what are the things present in activities. Remember, activities is a general name for whatever we will see in few minutes. It's a general name for that activities. We call it as a activities collectively. So what are the things are present in activities? See, we have task, which is one database table in Salesforce, by which we can give work to our colleagues, or I will say teammates in the office, because colleague means you should not assume it's someone from your team only. It can be senior person, junior person, different department, various things possible. And events, one database table in Salesforce by which we can plan meeting with teammates. That's it. Or I will say teammates like this. Single word. That's it. These are the two things we can actually do. Next. And by the way, there is one more thing, calendar, but actually it's a modified version of event only, and almost same thing. Almost same thing. So events and calendars almost same. So collectively, all these three things together called as activities. In simple words, task plus event plus calendar is equal to activities. But broader point of view, you focus on only two things. Activities means task. Activities means event. That's it. Event and calendar, they are almost same thing. Please note, activities is a logical name. There is no real entity like activities. Please note, it's not real. Yeah, task is real. Yeah, task is real. Event is real. But there is nothing called as activities. There is nothing real in that. It's just a logical name. For example, Middle East. Middle East is a country? No, it's not a country. It's a logical region. It's an area which covers various countries like Israel, Qatar, Jordan, Iraq, Iran. Same way, activities is not real. It's just a logical name given to event and task. Okay, now when to use which combination? Listen carefully. That simple. In your office, you guys use task whenever you want to assign something, like in simple words, some kind of work in the office, and events, or I will say event, you use when you want to plan a meeting. That's it. This way, you can use these two options in your Salesforce projects. And please note that one more difference, like we can see what is difference between classic and this event and calendar, or we can see event and calendar looking same. See, event and calendar almost same, right? So what is the difference? Yeah. So event we generally use in old Salesforce classic. Calendar we use in new Salesforce, that is Lightning. That is a minor difference. That's it. Otherwise, event and calendar almost same. How many people are aware about Google Calendar, or you are using Google Calendar? Please type yes. You are aware about Google Calendar. You have used Google Calendar. Yeah, good. So for you, understanding this events or calendar will not be difficult. Almost same. Almost same. So now let me show you some ready-made features. Ready-made features. We don't need to take any extra efforts. Everything is ready-made. Let me show you. But before you proceed and start using this facility, you have to give some permissions to Salesforce objects. What is that? Go to your object, click on the details and click on edit object or edit button. Scroll down and here you select allow activities. This is required and save. Then only you can actually work on these facilities. After that, go to the page layout, third option. Open that page layout and click on here related list. So here you select open activity and drag and drop in this area. Okay, click, drag and drop the green color area, and that's it. So this way now you will be having the area where you can work on event and task. That I will show you anyways. And now use this facility in Classic, because in Classic the facilities are more, features are more. So let's learn in Classic. Now where to use, that's depends on your customer. They want to use limited features in Lightning, their wish. They want to use full-fledged feature in Classic, their wish. Here we will just learn all best possible thing that we can learn, and that's it. Okay. So now I'm going to proceed for Classic to have some maximum possible knowledge. In your office, you just work as per your client's requirement. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to same object by pressing on this plus symbol, whatever object you are working dice, and here you will find list of objects. From that you search and select dice, and then open any record, and that's it. Now guys, here this is the area where actually you can work. Okay, now pay attention. You have buttons, event button and task button. So let's say I want to now see here that in this case I'm going to show you the event and task. Pay attention, because there is one interview question where they will ask you some difference between task and event, so it will be useful for you. Okay, see now, let's say some task is to be given. So to whom you want to assign? Let's say I want to assign to Shekhar, Ajay, Vijay, whatever you want to select. Let's say I'm select any other user, for example Tom. Get the check from IBM. Due date, let's say deadline, you today is 28, let's say you take it by Monday. Priority, high priority. Status, let's say by initially it's not started. And remaining things, contact, record, all this information you can mention. Comment anything you want to mention. Also bring photocopy, whatever. It's a recurring event, you want to do this regularly. Every week you want to take the check, every month, every year, and starting from 2025 December 1, ending with 2026 December 1, or something November 1, anything like that. No, you want to do reminder. Okay, so the deadline is 12th of January. Wait, is it 12th? No, 1 December. So on 1 December in the morning 8 o'clock, give reminder. But by the way, there is a small issue in this. This reminder only works in Salesforce. Means you should be logged into Salesforce. Then only it will work. And you want to attach file, you can attach. As of now, save. And you want to send some file, just open that. Open that activity. You want to attach the file, you can attach any file. That's it. Okay. In the edit section, you can attach some files. That's it. That's it. So look at this. How we can assign a task to someone, and this entry will come here. Now let's talk about event. Event is about some meeting. Okay. So now, as you remember, this project is about Dice company, where they provide third-party job for the people who are looking for a job. So get the passport. Let's say they have some meeting to, or let's say verify the passport, or I will say education documents, because that verified by many companies like dice.com. The way we saw in the demo, this project is about third-party job company. Location, let's say meeting room 12, tower 9. So in their company, they are going to meet in this room, floor number 16. When this meeting is to be happen, what is the contact record if you have anything, and you want to start this meeting, let's say today, Friday, in the morning, let's say 10, 11 o'clock, we'll start the meeting. It's an entire day event. Select this. No, not entire day. Let's say only 1 hour. You can select related which object, which record, description, anything you want to mention. Also, bring passport, something like that. Or you want to do this entire like repetition of this such kind of meeting, reminder, attachment, all these things, and also you can see you can invite some people into this meeting. Click on add invitees. Let's say you can invite anyone. Let's say I'm inviting Tom. Click on go and invite Tom. Done. You can see. So invitation is sent to Tom like this. So this way you have so many features in Classic which is missing in Lightning, not available. These things are not available in Lightning. That's why I'm showing you here in Classic so that you can learn maximum possible things, because you're not going to use this in the office. Your client will. And that's it, save. So this way you can create event and task. Please note one more thing. When you go to the home page, you can see the events will come here. Whatever calendar meeting you have to plan, and task will also come for Tom. Not this task is not for me. That's why it will not come for me. But in the Tom case, the task will be there, and he will come to know what work I have to do. That's also going to happen. And now you tell me the answer of this question, which is a Facebook interview question. Tell me the answer. Tell me the answer. At least one difference. At least one difference. And by the way, in the Tom's login, if I log into Tom, then I will see like this: events, and in the task section also, if I go to my task, you can see this also will come for Tom, my task. Okay. If I log into Tom, my task, if I select, so they will get the idea and they will work accordingly. Okay. This will be done by our clients, not by you, not by me. But anyways, tell me the difference, because this knowledge is important for interview. Okay, good. So guys, now you are giving one answer, two answers. Fine, good. Let me give you three answers. Event helps to set up a meeting where we mention specific time and duration, even location. But task helps to assign some work to a user in the company. Event will ask exact date and time. Task task will not ask for exact date and time. We have deadline. Next, event, this works like a calendar, like a Google calendar. And task, this works like a to-do list. Works like a to-do list. And please note, for doing any kind of such another user like Tom, I will mention this step in your Google Notes. You can refer that, by which you can also create another user like Tom. And that's it. So guys, the agenda is over, and now let me tell you that you guys are going to work on this. Let me just show you. So work on this. Number one, number two, number three, where user is to be created, all these kind of things. Then that I will also add in the Google Notes, so nothing to worry. Then Google this number four, number five, okay. And after that, go to events. In that event, number one, number two, number three is user creation. That's anyways, as I told you, I will add the steps in the Google Notes, nothing to worry. And then number four and number five and number six. So this way you avoid wastage of your weekend time, spend maximum time in practice. काय झालं नेटला वायफाय काय झालं वायफायला काय झालं जाते का असं मध्ये वर थांब नाही थांब इथे राहतो कधी कधी चालू होते direct. Yeah, so I was saying you that utilize your weekend time, don't waste them or that time, and first of all practice and revision, and then your weekend plan with your family and friends. So do plan accordingly. And also one more thing, that Saturday Sunday no class, so 5 hours in practice revision, and 5 hours in hands-on. Like this total 5 hours on Saturday, 5 hours on Sunday. Q&A Sunday night, optional session. If you have any questions, queries, you can come. No question, no problem. How many questions you want to bring? That many questions you can bring. No spoon feeding, by the way. Conceptual questions. This is the contact details, working hours, policy, and we also have trainer change facility. You can take the benefit of that. And please note, all this work will be coming in your video. Just play the video and that's it. Okay. And this step of Tom creation will be coming in your Google Notes. This much Tom creation. Okay. That's it. So guys, let's meet on the Sunday night Q&A.